Rehire a temporary faculty after a break in service. A break in service is someone whose HR job data status is inactive. There will be a termination date in the job data as well. There is an additional step in the process to rehire temporary faculty. Maintain or add a person's POI relationship. It is important to maintain or enter POI security data to ensure temp faculty have their SJSU1 login, email, Canvas, wireless, etc. to be created. This is critical for someone who has not been continuously reappointed. If a temp faculty member is being rehired continuously with no break in service, then this process can be skipped. The proper chapter to rehire a continuing temp faculty is Rehire a continuing temp faculty. Maintain or add the POI relationship. Depending on the POI, there are 4 ways to maintain or add a POI relationship with security data. One of the 4 following situations needs to be maintained or added. Maintain current future hire POI, maintain the current future hire POI but reactivate the inactive status, add the security data when the department data belongs to a different department, add a POI relationship. Maintain current future hire POI. Temp faculty who work in the current hiring department may already have a future hire POI, but the security data and POI history needs to be entered. Check the POI security data to ensure the data is there. Temporary faculty must be entered as a future hire. Navigate to maintain a person's POI relationship. Main menu, Workforce Administration, Personal Information, Organizational Relationships, maintain a person's POI relationship. The Maintain POI Types pages displays. At the Find an Existing Value tab, enter the EMPL ID. Click Search. The POI type Future Hire should appear containing your department security data. If not, continue this chapter. If there is a Future Hire POI but the security data is not in your department, please go to the Add Security Data when the department data belongs to a different department chapter. Note, if the person of interest type displays Campus Solutions Person, Volunteer, no matching values were found, or Future Hire POI does not exist, the Future Hire POI relationship must be added. To add the Future Hire POI, go to the Add a POI Relationship chapter of this training. Do not edit a POI that is not a Future Hire POI. Example result of no matching values were found. If the results yield multiple POI types, select 00100. It is the code for Future Hire. If the POI type 00100 is not listed, then it needs to be added. To add the Future Hire POI, go to the Add a POI Relationship chapter. The Edit POI Relationship data is displayed. The Future Hire POI security data and the Person of Interest history appears after selecting the Future Hire POI, or it would automatically populate if it is the only one. If it has your department information, please update the Person of Interest history. Click Correct History. The security data is missing and needs to be populated. Click the plus icon at the Security Access Type area 2 times to add 2 rows for a total of 3 rows. In the first row, the Security Access Type is Business Unit. The Business Unit is SJ000. In the second row, the Security Access Type is Location. Business Unit is SJ000, and the location code is the department's campus mailing zip code. In the third row, the Security Access Type is POI Department. The Business Unit is SJ000, and the department is the department ID. If the POI history has an active status but no inactive status, click the plus icon to add the second row. The POI history must have active and inactive rows. Note, status A for active, status I for inactive. Row 2 should have the following information filled out: effective date, today's date or hiring date if you were notified after the original start date. Status A, planned exit, a week or two after the second paycheck. More information, the lecturer rank and department initials. Row 1 should have the following information filled out: effective date, 1 day after the planned exit date in row 2. Status I, planned exit, leave blank. More information, leave blank. Click Save. Maintain the current future hire POI, but reactivate the inactive status. Temp faculty who worked in the current hiring department may already have a POI row. If the inactive status has its highest effective date, but it is in the past, it is crucial to activate them in the POI history data. Navigate to maintain a person's POI relationship. Main menu, Workforce Administration, Personal Information, Organizational Relationships, maintain a person's POI relationship. At the Find an Existing Value tab, enter the EMPL ID. Click Search. The POI type future hire should appear containing your department security data. The POI history will only show one row. The status is I. Click Include History to view all rows in Person of Interest history. All the Person of Interest history rows appear. Instead of 101, there are now multiple rows in the POI history. Since the newest date is inactive, but before the new active date, 2 new rows need to be added for the current status and future inactive status dates. Click Correct History. Click the plus icon twice to create 2 new rows for the current status and the future inactive status dates. Rows have been added. Edit Row 2 should have the following information filled out: effective date, today's date or hiring date if you were notified after the original start date. Status A, planned exit, a week or 2 after the second paycheck. More information, the lecturer rank and department initials. Row 1 should have the following information filled out: effective date, 1 date after the planned exit date in row 2. Status I, planned exit, leave blank. More information, leave blank. Click Save. Add security data when the department data belongs to a different department. Temp faculty may have worked in other departments, but if their POI history is inactive, it needs to be active again, as well as updating security data to reflect your department. If the temp faculty is currently hired in another department, then the future hire POI does not need to be maintained. Navigate to maintain a person's POI relationship. Main menu, Workforce Administration, Personal Information, Organizational Relationships, maintain a person's POI relationship. At the Find an Existing Value tab, enter EMPL ID number. Click Search. There may be multiple POI results, or one may populate automatically. Select the POI type with the number 00100, since that is the code for future hire. The future hire POI appears, but is for a different department. Note, an additional new future hire row cannot be added since there can only be one future hire POI row. The security data cannot be edited since it is another department's history. However, a new row can be added with your department information and still retain the previous department's history. Click Correct History. Click the plus icon in the security data area. Enter. Effective date. Today's date is okay, or previous date if hired after the start date. Row 1, security access type, business unit. The business unit, SJ000. Row 2, security access type is location. Business unit is SJ000. Location code, department mailing zip code. Row 3, security access type, POI department. Business unit is SJ000. Department, it's the department ID. In the Person of Interest History area, click the plus icon twice to create 2 new rows for the active status and inactive status dates. 2 rows have been added. Row 2 should have the following information filled out: effective date, today's date or hiring date if you were notified after the original start date. Status A, planned exit, a week or 2 after the second paycheck. More information, the lecturer rank and department initials. Row 1 should have the following information filled out: effective date, 1 day after the planned exit date in row 2. Status I, planned exit, leave blank. More information, leave blank. Click Save. Add a POI relationship. Most of the temp faculty have a POI. However, it doesn't mean that it is the correct one or if there isn't a future hire POI. The future hire POI is necessary for the temp faculty members because it is the only one that allows them to have an SJSU1 account and use SJSU services. If there are other POIs such as volunteer, campus person solutions, other, etc., do not edit the security data or POI history. Instead, add the new future hire POI. Navigate to add a POI relationship. Main menu, Workforce Administration, Personal Information, Organizational Relationships, add a POI relationship. The Add a New POI Type page displays. Enter the employee ID and POI type. Click Add. The POI type is 00100 for future hire, or click the magnifying glass to look for the future hire POI type code. Click on it. The Future Hire POI Type tab displays. Click the plus icon at the Security Access Type area 2 times to add 2 rows for a total of 3 rows. In the first row, the Security Access Type is Business Unit. The business unit is SJ000. In the second row, the Security Access Type is Location. Business unit is SJ000, and the location code is the mailing zip code. In the third row, the Security Access Type is POI Department. The business unit is SJ000, and department is the department ID. Click the plus icon at the Person of Interest History area 1 time to add 1 row for a total of 2 rows. The POI history must have active and inactive rows. Note, status A is for active, status I for inactive. Row 2 should have the following information filled out: effective date, today's date or hiring date if you were notified after the original start date. Status A, planned exit, a week or 2 after the second paycheck. More information, the lecturer rank and the department initials. Row 1 should have the following information filled out: effective date, 1 day after the planned exit date in row 2. Status I, planned exit, leave blank. More information, leave blank. Click Save. Complete the contract data pages. Navigate to CSU Contract Data page. Main menu, CSU Temp Faculty, CSU Contract Data. The CSU Contract Data page displays. Enter EMPL ID to find an existing value tab. Click Search. Note, this is to double check there is not a contract in existence. Click the Add a New Value tab. Enter the following data: EMPL ID, enter the ID, CSU contract number, leave as new, department, enter your 4-digit department number. Click Add. The contract status content page displays. Enter information about the overall contract, the effective date, contract description. The naming convention is last name underscore semester or academic year with year underscore department. Example, faculty underscore AY 1617 underscore JMC. Term end date, contract type. Complete the TF contract details section. Position number, term, cycle, comp rate, total WTU, and comments. For example, hire for fall 2016 at 3.0 WTUs. Click on the magnifying glass to search for items if unknown. Click the Add icon to insert another semester if needed. This example is for the academic year appointment. For fall and spring semesters, an additional row must be inserted. Notice on the top right-hand corner it says 2 of 2. That indicates there's another semester, 1 of 2. Repeat the same data entry as the first row. Enter a different total WTU if the second semester appointment is different. Navigate to the TF contract total page. The TF contract total page displays letter code, enter CN1. Review all data for accuracy, click Save. Generate and print the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions will be generated and printed after the contract data has been entered. Navigate to the Temp Fac contract by EMPL ID. Main menu, SJSU Human Resources, Workforce Administration, Temp Fac contract by EMPL ID. The TF contract by EMPL ID page displays. At the Find an Existing Value area, click Search. Click a Run Control ID link. The TF contract by EMPL ID page is displayed. Enter information on the TF contract by EMPL ID page. EMPL ID, contract number, due date, dean's name. Click Run. The Process Schedule Request page displays. Verify settings and edit if needed. Server name, PSUNX, type, web, format, PDF. Click OK. The TF contract by EMPL ID page is displayed again. A process instance is assigned. Click the Process Monitor link. Click Refresh to update the run status. When the run status shows success and the distribution status is posted, click Details. Click the View Log Trace link. Click the PDF link. Verify the data. Academic year terms and conditions will generate 2 pages. Print the terms and conditions. Generate and print the appointment form. The next step is to generate and print the appointment. The form will be used to communicate the hire data to Human Resources. Human Resources will perform the hire process. Navigate to the appointment revision form. Main menu, SJSU Human Resources, Workforce Administration, TFTAGA Appointment Revision Form. The TFTAGA Appointment Revision Form page displays. At the Find an Existing Value page, click Search. Click a Run Control ID link. The TFTAGA Appointment Revision Form Parameters page displays. Data entered in the fields will print on the appointment form. EMPL ID, contract number, new appointment form, action reason, REH, effective date, only if the second set of action reason codes are used. Action reason boxes, only used if you have another action taking place, typically for funding changes such as splits. JED, FSC for funding changes. Initiating official, department chair, director. Appointing official, dean or AVP. Department contact, name and phone. Your name and phone number. Funding changes. They're optional, but used if appointment is being funded differently from the position setup. Please contact your dean's office for further information. Department. Enter the department number funding the employee's salary. Fund. Enter the 5-digit fund number. Percent. Enter the percentage number being funded from the information provided. Effective date and end date. Enter the dates the funding change will cover. Click Run. The Process Scheduler Request page displays. Verify settings and edit if needed. Server name, PSUNX. Type, Web. Format, PDF. Then click OK. The Process Scheduler Request page displays again. A process instance is assigned. Click the Process Monitor link. Click Refresh to update the run status. When the run status shows success and the distribution status is posted, it is complete. Click the Details link. Click the View Log Trace link. Click the PDF link. The appointment form displays. Verify the data. Print the form. Obtain signatures and forward to the appropriate offices for eventual hiring.